Yo. I roll to the bone once again, roll to the bone, Charlie. So today in topic be about anxiety, panic, trauma, and all those things concerning our mental health and all those things. Most of the time, we talk about them might be very important. So if you just dive straight into the points about. So you know, maybe just observe this thing. Maybe just observe this. If if something when you start thinking about something bad which is about to happen in very soon, it's about to happen very soon. Like maybe we think sometimes we start thinking that this debt is going to be due, I'm going to pay, this will happen, they will sack us, you will be embarrassed, sometimes we think as we'll be fired from work, so it's about to happen, so we start to, react to that kind of, situation and all those things. But it hasn't happened yet. It's about to. So when you think of it, and you just know right now that whatever you are thinking that will happen, that isn't what's going to happen. But it will be that thing will happen. Anything will happen will be either less or higher than what you actually think about. But most of the time a very you think about it as a very bad thing or something, but actually when you get to that moment, it's because you say something maybe normal just happened, maybe something better happened. You have So what am I trying to say right now? I'm saying that anytime where you start thinking that very soon something very bad will happen or anything, is in the future. So switch your mind to the present state. Switch your mind whatever you are doing now, then do. Switch your mind to ask yourself, what next? Have I taken my bath already? Go take your bath. What should I do now? Is it have I read something already? Like just go and do something. Take action or something and stop thinking about the the disaster ahead, which is about to happen. Because the disaster will take care of itself. The Bible says, you know, don't be anxious and all those things about the future because the future will take care of itself. So anytime you find yourself thinking too much about what will happen next in the future or and whatever is about to happen, you think that it's very disastrous, it's no good, like to be bad, switch or ask yourself that who am I not to trust God? If you trust God, if you trust that God will, you already have good intentions, and you know that you did everything right, but still you feel like there's something wrong and then something bad is about to happen, then tell yourself that you trust God, so God will handle it for you. So just relax and then do what next. You might be hungry at that moment, but because you are thinking too much about that thing, you've forgotten that you eat or something. Go get something and eat. You know, go take your bath, relax, and then maybe call somebody, then talk crap or cool. And if in case you see anybody where they go through that, state, that panic or anxiety state too, try to strike a conversation with that person. Like try to chat, try to talk about anything at all. Something interesting. Ask the person, you hear say this guy win award, Stone win some award. But that guy because say Black Sharissa will win the award. Then you just bring up something. Say, why say now these girls they wear all this thing for now? Like just try to find conversation or anything at all to the person so that you guys talk and then he burns the anxiety out. But by the time you are done, he'll be tired and then they will sleep off or something. But so that's be it for today, Charlie. Thanks. Anytime you see somebody where they go through, help the person. But the same way the person will help you some other day. It's like malaria. It can strike on anybody. That mental health issues you see. If you strike on anyone, it's just like any other sickness. It can strike on you. And the only way to cure it is not by medicine, all this medicine, all those things. Is by communicating and then taking actions. Charlie. Stay blessed.